Hey everyone! I find myself in yet another hotel room. This time I'm in Pensacola, Florida for a couple of days, working with an elementary school here. And in today's workshop, we worked with Google Tone. So I thought it would be a good time to show people on Periscope Google Tone. Hey everybody that just joined. Hey Ryan. Awesome. El Strecker, nice to see you. Are you already familiar with Google Tone? If you are, go ahead and tell us. Google Tone is a free Chrome extension. You can get it in the App Store. Hey Kim, good to see you. You can get it in the Chrome Web Store. It's free. It installs on your Chrome for Mac, for Windows, for Chromebook. And oh, well, I'm going to show it to you in action in just a moment. I've been a fan of QR codes for a long time, but the school I worked with today, they have Chromebooks for all their 3rd through 5th graders. And they, no, this does not work on iPads, Mr. Reamer, unfortunately. I do have a solution for iPad people, though, that's very similar. Since they have all these Chromebooks, QR codes really don't work that great. You could use a website that scans QR codes, or maybe find an app, but that just doesn't work as well as actually using this. It's sound. So, do you remember a little movie called War Games? I have a really short clip for it, but it demonstrates the way that we transmit data, or used to transmit data, and that was through sound, through the phone line. So while when we look at Google Tone, it seems like, wow, that's like magic. It's something that we've done with computers for years and years.
What are you doing?
Dialing into the school's computer.
So he dials into the school's computer, and it's sending data through the phone lines, through sounds, through tones. And that's what Google Tone can do for us. I'll demonstrate it on my computers here. I have next to me a Chromebook, and then over here is my Mac. And on my Mac, I have I took some notes in Evernote for you in case you want to go back and look at links and how to get to Google Tone. And so this is the Evernote link, and if you look at the link up in the address bar, that would not be fun to have students type. You could make a bit link or something short, but this is going to be really cool. I have Google Tone installed, which means right next to my Omnibar there is Google Tone. So I can click that tone, and you're going to hear this sound. Let's play it. So much like old-fashioned modems. Now, any computer that also has the tone extension installed will then hear that and make a connection over the internet and realize, oh, Tony Vincent is sending out a link. So you can send it out to a whole class at once. So I'm going to click that again, but this time let's travel on over to my Chromebook here and see if you notice anything after the tone plays. Hey, look, my avatar slid out from the side and says there's a URL from Tony Vincent. Cool, so I click it, and now that link is open right in my browser. I didn't have to type a complex URL at all. Yeah, Kim, this is very similar to Chirp. Chirp only works on mobile devices, so it was great when Google came out with this back in May that you can do it between Chrome web browsers. So it's just a matter of clicking that. Let's try another link. Here, I made this game today. I love this website called Purpose Games. In fact, it's about Chrome keyboard shortcuts. So here it says undo, and now I gotta click the undo shortcut. I think that's Control Z. Ooh, I got it right. What is the range? It's within earshot for Google Chrome. So as long as, if your computer's hooked up in the classroom to speakers, everybody in the room can hear. Out in the hallway, probably not. So it doesn't go all over the internet, it goes within earshot. let's see, here, paste, that's Control V for Velcro. That's what I tell students. Bookmark, that's Control D. I'm really good at this. Anyway, what if I wanted to send a game like this or any URL? This has a very specific web address that you go to. And again, I don't want to type it. So now I can just click the tone. And when I click that over here on my Chromebook and any other notebooks that are on the internet and within earshot, will open up a notification. Oh, and there's the notification right there. I just click it, it opens up a new tab, and now that same link is open on the second laptop. Pretty cool, huh? Let's do one more. I showed this on Periscope before, but it's funny. There's this Instagram account called Trump Your Cat. And it's fun because you brush your cat and then you take the brushed cat fur and put it on the cat's head to make it look like Donald Trump's hair. Ooh, that one. I get a kick out of this every time I see it. So yes, Google Tone would be great for staff meetings. These are not my cats. These are just an Instagram account. But if I wanted to send other people to the Instagram account Trump My Cat, or again, any URL, I simply click the tone button and any computers in earshot get this notification. I click it, and now Trump My Cat is on my second computer. You download a Google Tone, but you're not getting mine. It usually does work from the internet, but maybe the sound quality on Periscope just isn't great enough. Then Chirp is the second one, and I need to quit my Chrome browser because I noticed that Chirp quit working on me. Chirp has a Chrome extension. So again, this Chrome or Google Tone just goes between Chrome on the desktop, so Mac, Windows, and PCs. But here with Chirp at chirp.io, Chirp is an app that runs on iOS and Android. It's an iPhone app, and its icon is this little chirpy guy. But notice right next to Google Tone, I have Chirp. So now I can click this. Unexpected error. This is a beta they have, so maybe I have got this to work in the past. But with this, when it's working, you can then broadcast whatever URL you have open currently to iOS and Android devices. So right now, the solution, if you wanted to send it to a mixture of laptops and Android devices, you kind of have to use Tone and Chirp. But if you're in a room full of Chromebooks, a room full of laptops, Google Tone could be the way to go. Before we end the broadcast today, any questions or ideas for Google Tone? I think it's just so great that a teacher can efficiently send out a link to the whole class without them making typos. There are a few things in a noisy room. It might not work so well. And right now, the version they have out is kind of buggy. It's kind of buggy. So maybe a new version will be less buggy. So, Mr. Green, so can you send your PC or Mac to iPads using Chirp? Yeah, you can send whatever URL you have open in Chrome, if you use the extension, to other devices in Chirp. Now, Chirp limitation that I tweeted the company, and they're going to change, because right now in Chirp, it keeps you in their own iPhone web browser. And they used to have the option to send you out into your own Safari. So they told me that's coming in an update. That they didn't realize people like that that feature. So once Chirp does that, it'll be a lot more useful, especially on our iPads, because I don't want to be trapped in their browser. I want to get to my own so I can bookmark and all those things. I've also tried this. So you have to use Chrome if you want to Chirp from your laptop. But if you want to Chirp from device to device, you can just use the Chirp app on your iPad or iPhone or Android to other of those same devices. Or mixture. I can send from my iPhone to Android to iPad. So right now it's kind of weird. We do have the Tone and the Chirp for two different kinds of devices. Let's Let's see, I wrote down some other notes here after my workshop today of things to remember. We had some teachers who, when their laptop was just on their desk today, they couldn't hear it, but they held it up and Google Tone worked. And I had to usually send the tone 3 times before everybody got this. Chirp is the word. That's right, Ryan. I've noticed that there are problems with Windows in particular with Google Tone. So like I said, I hope that they get a version that works better with that. I also thought I was really crafty because I hate leaving my slideshow during presentation. So I recorded a Google Tone thinking that I could play it back for others to go to later. Well, there's something that Google does. The tone actually then refers them to something in your Google account at that time. So a recorded tone won't work. It has to be sent live from the extension. Then, since it just won't work for some people, you will probably want to have a backup. Make a bit.ly.com link or a tiny URL or something so that people who, if you're doing this to a class, students who just can't receive the tone, you have a way for them to type it in easily. And I think Google's terms of service does say that they collect anonymous data on this, so that's something to know. You have to give it permission to use your microphone, so you have to be comfortable with that. And so those are just a few things to know when you're using Google Tone. I'm really looking forward to when they update it. Again, they updated it last May, and so hopefully that will be soon, and there'll be some really great updates. So if you think Google Tone is something you're using in the near future, let's give some hearts. I see them streaming up there. That's awesome. Thank you. I wish I invented it. But I like the idea. It takes me back to way back when in the Palm days when we could beam things through infrared light from one to the other. So, oh, thanks. Yeah, you like the way I use Periscope. I think it's fun because I do these lessons and these workshops all the time, and there's no way I'm going to make a highly produced video like my others on my site with a green screen and script that take me a week or 2 to make. So these are fun because they're definitely not perfect, but they're a way for us to interact, and I can show you something cool real quick instead of just letting it sit on my to-do list and then I never show anybody. So yeah, I love Periscope for this. Well, you all have a good night. Happy Google Toning. And the notes that I took in Evernote are at tonyv.me/ what did I put? Whatever I put in the Twitter title /TN, I believe. Yeah, tonyv.me/TN. Oh, hello, Ohio. I'm coming to you from Pensacola, Florida this evening. That's where my workshop today and tomorrow will be. So I'm constantly periscoping from hotel rooms, it seems, but it's a good use of my time, I think. All right. Well, everybody have a great night, and I will see you later.